Hey, Sam.
Fuck off, Sam. Take your virgin hands off me.
Guys, we've got a special episode today showing you the new office.
Well, it's actually the same office. We just put up some wallpaper that made it look like it's a new office.
The new office! What are you talking about?
It's
a completely new space.
If we're going to go with this, we need to start wearing longer pants.
I think so.
It's
Now you
gonna
can see
really
my
freak
legs.
people out, especially with the camera 2 set up over there.
Yeah, we've got camera 2 right there. I don't know if we're going to be using that today, guys, but there's a camera there, and we're probably going to cut to it right now.
The whole environment looks a bit empty at this point, but we're going to get more stuff later on. We've got some special items arriving very soon. They're going to fill it out.
Yep.
But we wanted to get rid of the background. It's a whole new Laymen today.
A whole new Laymen. Oh, Aladdin's out, by the way. We've got. Should we do comment section? Should we do a meme review of the Aladdin?
Apparently,
movie?
it's pretty good though. So,
Apparently, it's pretty bad.
You know what we don't?
IGN said it was bad. Not enough genie.
You know what we don't know is good or bad?
Tell me.
Epic Games. No, that's a lie. We know Epic Games bad. It's just a question of how bad is Epic Games. Now, there's a new story out today in relation to the sales of Metro Exodus, where before, the publisher was kind of like, yeah, it went really well, and we love Epic Games. And now, then yesterday, they were like, maybe it wasn't that good. And then today, they're like, oh, no, it's really good, we promise. It's really good. So it's this very weird back and forward flip-flop from the CEO over the course of like 24 hours. We thought we'd tell you all.
Let's do it, okay? Okay, guys, so comment section also. Should we bring back Cactar? Because we're not sure if there's going to be a space in the new setting for Cactar.
There's not. Look,
okay?
Look at all the space.
Does he want to come back? Yes, he does.
I am the angel of death. The time of purification is at hand.
Okay, so Metro Exodus, everyone knows. We think it came out in like March or April or something like that.
February, March.
Something like that, right?
No,
so look, comment section again. This is the comment section bonanza. Let us know when it came out. But look, originally it was going to be coming out on Steam. Everyone was very excited for it. Really goodwill with the actual consumer. Everyone was feeling like this company is of course very pro-consumer, THQ. Then out of nowhere, they're like, by the way guys, we've signed an exclusive agreement with Epic Games. Sorry, Steam people, but we're bailing, okay? RIP. In that week or so before it came out or 2 weeks, I should say, before it came out on the Epic Games Store, you could actually pre-order it on Steam.
Wow.
Fucking talk.
This is what I have to deal with every day.
Got a good brain.
About 2 weeks before it actually came out in the Epic Games Store, you could still pre-order it on Steam, and a lot of people did that.
It's like a gold rush.
Even when the actual physical copy came out, you could peel away the sticker saying exclusive of Epic Games and it still showed Steam. So
correct.
It's just been one meme fest after another with this goddamn game.
So everyone was quite curious, how did this thing actually sell? Because it was the first big test for Epic Games exclusives. And it was actually Epic themselves at their developer conference where they got up on stage and they're like, hey guys, great success. Metro Exodus sold 2.5 times what the previous Metro games sold in the launch window, right? Now,
and let's not forget that the game was virtually pretty much unknown back then, right? It was
a very niche title.
It wasn't a lot of people lining up for it.
PC gaming was a lot smaller. It was a very niche title. So it was very sort of tricky wording to be able to say. It's like saying Laymen today, hey guys, the average Laymen episode gets 2.5 times the number of views
it does, everybody.
than we did when we first started our channel.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
It does, trust me. And I tell you now, we have had tremendous success, guys, off the back of that, okay? We don't want to release the figures, but I can tell you now, it's been a lot
We're going to start hiding all our view counts. That story seemed a bit suspect, or at least those figures seemed suspect when they were quoting them, because they were very specifically worded. And they didn't just come out and say, guys, they weren't just like flopping it out on the table and being like, here are the sales of our game on Epic. They were very, very guarded with that. Right?
Which is automatically, for me, very sus. I mean, look, if you're happy with your sales, like God of War, for instance, like, they're like, guys, thank you so much for 10 million copies. Or Spider-Man, they also came out, what did they say? Fastest selling. I don't know if they actually released figures.
I
know they said it was their fastest selling exclusive IP or whatever, right? But like, you know, this type of metric is clear to see that it is successful. But when you come out saying 2.5 times bigger than a game that was barely known, come on, people, it does sound a bit like, okay, what metric are we really using here?
Yeah.
You know?
So what happened yesterday was that the THQ CEO was interviewed by PC Games N. And in doing that, he said that the absolute majority of sales for Metro Exodus came from console, firstly, and he was very reluctant to talk about PC sales. The interviewer said this on Twitter about that exchange that he had. He said, definitely didn't want to talk about the Epic Games Store. Metro Exodus did, after a small bit of hesitation, a bit better than expected in the beginning of the year. He's not excited. He bluntly discards the question of satisfactory sales performance on EGS, lol. So, Satisfactory is a different game, don't worry about that. But, basically, here, after a small hesitation, he's basically saying it was better than expected, which is possibly when the Steam window was available to be able to pre-order the game, to say, well, we need to get this on Steam while we can, and pre-orders might have spiked. But that was that. Now, that's not filling everyone with a lot of confidence.
Yeah, I was going to say, yet again with more ambiguous, weird statements that don't really shed any real light.
After that, though, he seems to do a really big about-face within the space of 24 hours, and he did a follow-up comment to PC Games N, and this is what he said. He said, Epic Games Store has exceeded our expectations in terms of sales in actual units of both Metro Exodus and Satisfactory during the quarter. Epic Games Store is in fact the group's leading digital platform in terms of revenue generated by unit sales in the quarter ending March. In other words, direct game sales through the Epic Games Store brought in more money for THQ Nordic in the quarter than sales on Steam, PlayStation Network, or Xbox Live.
It just doesn't make sense for him to have such a dramatic shift.
True.
It's like, how do you get there? How do you go from we're not too happy with these sales on PC to be like, you know what, they were the best sales.
He didn't say he wasn't too happy. He just wasn't jumping for joy about them. He didn't want to talk about them. And I feel like if you've got a success story like this, where it's exceeded your expectations and it's your number one platform, you would be like, yeah, it's done really well. We're really satisfied with it. Thanks, Epic. You're a real great partner. So this is a very strange about face in such a small amount of time.
I just think that, I just think he's obviously had a chat with the PR department.
Tim Sweeney's called him.
They're like, what the fuck have you done? He's like, I can fix this. More bullshit. It's all good. We'll get this back on track, everybody.
Yeah, so we don't know how much, if Tim Sweeney put the screws to him,
Yeah, but I think...
or if it's actually all entirely true, and he didn't really have all the facts at the time, he wasn't thinking about the significance of his words, and he was just like, oh, I'll just say whatever, I don't really want to talk about it, and then this whole drama blew up, and now he needs to come out and clarify that actually Epic Games Store good.
But look, you know what would really fix this? Just coming out and tell us what the actual figures are. I mean, it's so hard? Clear to be like, hey, these are the actual figures. Now, they obviously don't want to do that because they feel like a lot of people do want to see, a lot of people were angry, of course, that it was exclusive on Epic Games. So if it comes out and shows that the figures weren't too great, people would love to see that because, of course they're angry
especially
about all this.
Clickbait YouTubers.
Oh, yes. We would definitely do a story on that, people. But, even Battlefield 5, it came out saying it sold under expectation. It sold 7 million copies. It still came out and gave us figures, so we knew exactly where that stood, God of War, it wasn't like sitting there going, oh, this sold 2.5 times better than the previous God of War. It told us actual figures.
10 million units, baby.
Yeah, just tell us...
Suck it, says Corey Barlow.
Exactly, just tell us exactly what's going on. And people are going to be like, okay, cool, we know exactly what's going on.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the episode. Thank you very much for tuning in. We'll be back. Tomorrow is actually Laymen Live.
Laymen Live, everybody.
So be here tomorrow, and we will do Laymen Live with all the off-cut news that we didn't get to fit in during the week. We'll be able to chat with you live, answer questions, meme live. No.
Oh, we want to do some memes in the future. We've got a Stream Deck here, sponsored by me, because I had to fucking buy it. But anyway, we're going to be doing some memes in the future, people, when we get around to it. It's going to get pretty nice. So tune in tomorrow, and
see you then.